Hi guys, Elledani here, and today I am bringing you something I'm really excited for. I have an Ulta haul for you with a product that I've been waiting for a long time. So I guess I'm kind of just going to get right into this haul. So, first off, I'm at Ulta more than any person reasonably needs to me. And I don't mean to be, but I just always find reasons that I need to be there. It's terrible. You guys should see the vanity I just built because makeup was just taking over our lives. And what's funny, I don't even wear makeup daily. I love makeup. I've literally loved makeup since I was like 2 years old. I work with animals. I'm cleaning cages in a super hot, humid environment all the time. I'm getting pooped on and climbed. So to me, it is just not worth it to wear makeup. Then I'm hot and I'm sweaty and I'm clogging my pores. My skin looks way worse when I wear makeup on the daily because of all that. So at least at this moment, I don't wear makeup daily. I'd probably do makeup 2 or 3 times a week. But to start this off, I went into Ulta because I was there the day before and forgot this. This is Revolution baking powder. I've seen a few different YouTube makeup artists using it, and I really like what it looked like. So I went in for this, which is all I needed. They happen to be having a sale on NYX anyways. NYX is one of my all-time favorite companies, and, part of it is they're cheap, but the quality is better than most drugstore brands. If you go to an Ulta or a makeup store, the NYX product line is going to be triple what they have in any drugstore. If you're looking for drugstore makeup that looks better, I would always go NYX. And that's really one of the only main drugstore brands that I really personally use a lot. So let's start it off with this NYX That's the Point. This is an eyeliner marker. I did use this for the eyeliner in this video, and I was really impressed with it. So definitely stick around for the tutorial to see how this works. I have never found an eyeliner marker that I was really impressed with, and this one I definitely am. Then, which I have not even opened this yet, it's a glitter eyeliner, which I actually did to frame cut creases. Just because I see a lot of looks like that and I really like it. To be honest with you, even with the look I did today, I was already kicking myself that I bought it in just silver and not silver and gold. But I'll have another reason to go to fucking Ulta. So that's like a really nice thin brush. Oh, and even with just like a little bit of product, I know my light's probably kind of blinding it out, but let me actually try out. Yeah, that's beautiful. Then I got just a standard black mechanical pencil. Then I got this Essence Beauty. I just thought this like bright apple red was so pretty, and it was on sale for $1.79. How do you pass that up? Honestly, the convenience section of stores at the end gets me every time. With just like the odds and ends that you might not need, but you could certainly use. Oh, I actually thought this was a lip gloss, and it is actually a lipstick, so I guess we could go ahead and test that too. Oh, and it's actually kind of sheer, so that actually might build and be really nice, so we'll try this out in a different video, for sure. And then, this next item that I got is this. This is Ulta's HD Soft Focus Liquid Foundation. This might be a little bit dark for me right now, but I pick up colors so damn easily that like 3 minutes in the sun in the next few months, this will be the perfect color. I've heard really good things about this foundation and definitely wanted to try it. I have really sensitive skin, but I've been researching a whole lot more about different makeups and liquid foundations that I can maybe use. So if you have sensitive skin, definitely subscribe because I'm here for you, and I'm going to figure out what we can use. And everybody's skin is different, so definitely do a test always and be very careful, go slow. So last but not least, this is what I had been waiting for. I was kicking myself for not ordering it when it first came out. Again, I walked in for this and walked out with everything you see. And this, which I am so excited for. This is the Sabrina palette. As soon as they came out, I ordered the lip color. Though I kicked myself for not ordering the palette after the fact. This is Los Angeles, which I have on right now. This is Transylvania, which I had actually had planned on doing in this look, and it just took a different turn and that didn't end up happening, which is fine. I really love how it turned out. I did swatch these in an earlier video, and if you want to see them outright, I'll link that here for you. I also got this beautiful little makeup bag because I was one of the first few people to actually make an order. Only 250 people from the NYX site, I believe, were sent these. So I don't know how many people were sent them from Ulta, but I was one of the first few people and got this. And surprisingly, it is really like good quality and it feels nice and thick and sturdy. And I kind of needed a makeup bag for my purse anyway, so it's cute. I love black and gold and red. We have a huge palette to swatch. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the blush and bronzer. I'm using this shadow switching pan, which I showed in another video, which I will link right here. Makes it a lot easier to go color to color. That crazy sound you just heard was a dog sneezing. NYX Scratch is one of the blush colors. Also, don't pay attention to where I'm like cutting my circulation off from having a hair tie on my wrist. Just ignore that. This same pink is on my cheeks with a little bit of the contour, which you'll see later in the video. So while it's very pink and shimmery, it goes on sheer. I'm using a really dense packing brush because it shows the color and the pigments that much better. I'll tell you that I don't think my face usually looks this good, and I really think it's just like the touch of color. So then we're gonna go into, oh, I didn't even notice this before. So this one is Harvey, and this is the other blush, which is not as shimmery and definitely a little bit oranger. You can see the difference there. And then we're going to go into Caliban, which is definitely the bronzer, which is all over my face. I love this bronzer highlighter. It's almost like a goddessy glow. So we have NYX Scratch, Harvey, and Caliban, which the Caliban you can barely see. So let me darken that up just a little bit. But again, you can see the highlight on my face. So these are all like important characters in the show, actually. Harvey is Sabrina's high school sweetheart. NYX Scratch is her witch school sweetheart. Caliban is essentially the prince of hell. He's made of clay. They're supposed to fight to the death to figure out who the ruler of hell is going to be. He proposes that instead they get married and they rule together. Okay, so let's get to swatching these eyeshadows. I have also found in the little bit I've worked with this that the shimmer shades are very sheer, and they're definitely meant more as toppers than they are as actual eyeshadows. The shimmer is really beautiful when you pack it on, but it doesn't do well with a brush. And as much as I dislike doing it, I'm probably going to do finger swatches with those. We are going to start with the shimmers, and I'm going to do those here, and I'm going to do those just with my fingers, because truthfully, again, they just weren't patting on real well with a brush when I was working with them earlier. This first one is Cunning. Oh, that's actually showing up really nice. Class is in Session is next, which is a very shimmery, almost like light almond color. Ooh, I love this one. You can definitely see a difference between the two different shimmers. This one is Eternal Bliss, which is this beautiful, like, pinkish tone. The next one is Ambrose, which is Sabrina's cousin and one of my absolute favorite characters on the show. It's like a really pretty, almost like mauve shimmer. Werewolf, which is what I have in my eyes. Next one is Acrimony. It's a really pretty, like, yellow gold shimmer. It's almost like a shimmery mustard color, which I really like. Exorcism is next. Ooh, that's like a beautiful bronze color. There's a purplish hue called Mortal's Delight. Next is a super dark purplish black with a little bit of shimmer called Spellman. That's super pretty. We're kind of going in like a line diagonally where I can see, which that's fine. Beautiful green shimmer called Frog Legs. That's super pretty, and it like sparks ideas for me right off the bat. Then we have Midwinter, which is like a dark, like midnight blue shimmer. And then Dark Carnival. Ooh, this one is actually one of my favorites. If you look, it's like a duochrome, so it goes from green to red as the light hits it. How cool is that? We're gonna start right here on the other side of my arm because we have run out of space. We have this beautiful orange that is the devil's work. We have this beautiful, like, really fiery red color called Hellraiser, the Dark Prince. Finally, it's like a goldish bronze even. It's more than just gold. Dark Princess. So, these are NYX's shimmer shades in the Sabrina palette. I absolutely love these. I think the pigmentation is fantastic. Let's see how we do with the matte colors. So I'm going to do those with a brush. It is Angel of Death, which is just like a white shade. Next one is Truth Cake. It's so light, which is not a bad thing. It has its purposes. Any palette of this size should have some light tones, but any palette I think should have at least one nice like transition shade. Mortuary, which is like a really pretty mauve color actually. Like that a lot. Next is Blood Earth. To me, like a blood orange color. A little bit of like a light blood orange. And then we have Before Dawn. You almost can't see it on my skin tone. It's called Sweet 16. I believe in the show, like, there's a huge thing with Sabrina's 16th birthday. It's where she, like, awakens and figures out she's a witch. This next one is called Batty Bat. There is definitely a look in the future coming with this color. Well, because we've run out of space pretty quickly, I'm just going to take these off and we're going to start over swatching this arm. Next, we have Unholy Union. I actually think I started that set of swatches a lot farther down, so I didn't have nearly as much room. This is like a dark plum color. I see like a lot of uses for that for sure. I love anything kind of like dark and purple and kind of sultry like that. Then we have Malum Malice, which is like a nice taupe color. Again, really great for shading and different transition colors. Hell on Earth, which is also in this particular makeup look. Harrowing. Then we have Limbo, which is like a cool gray tone, which that name totally kind of fits the theme right there. Dark Baptism is a staple of this look. I have a ton of Dark Baptism on, which is like a very like rusty color. And we are down to the last one, which is Salem, which is a black. It's definitely a smoky black. It's not like a super deep black, but there's still a lot you can do with it. I think that's kind of where I struggled later, which you'll see that I was expecting like a deeper black. There's still a lot that can be done with that in particular. There you have it, the whole Sabrina palette swatched. I definitely should have grabbed it as soon as I saw it, but it was still worth the wait now that I have it. I think there's so much you can do with it. I know a lot of people don't like to have this many shimmer shades, but like I personally do. I'm constantly doing like at least shimmer on the inner corner, if not the whole lid, on top of a really dark smoky look. So I'm excited to see what I can do with this. I love NYX. I love Sabrina. I totally love this collab. I think the makeup quality is definitely really good. My base is on and set. If you want to see how I do that, I'll link that video here. I just recorded that recently, so I figured we'd save time here by not doing the full face that I just recorded. So as this video is all NYX, I am going to start with a contour and highlight palette, which is really, I've been using it a lot, so that's why it looks kind of... This palette is so pretty, and not only that, I got it for free. It came from Ulta. For like, I think I had to spend $15 on NYX to get this for free. So, that's crazy. I'm going to first start with this very bottom color. And I'm going to put it at the base of my cheekbones. And you really want to be careful not to go low here, because you will just bring your whole face down. And I am using the Real Techniques angled brush. It's number 217, which I think is like my favorite for dry highlighter. So I do the dark, and then I'm going to go on with a lighter color right next to it. So now I'm going to go in with the bronzer from this beautiful Sabrina palette. I'm going to put that right on top, and I'm just going to work on blending these all together and blending that out just a little bit. Because it looks kind of crazy right now, but it won't once we're done. It's actually a really nice highlight too. Might be more of a highlighter than a bronzer. I'm also just going to take a touch of this pink. And I think we're going to go with the pink, which I would normally not use, but the look is pretty pink. And in honor of Sabrina, she's always got like really doughy pink cheeks, so we're going to work some of that right into. So I'm also taking the darkest brown lightly. I'm just going under my jawbone. And that's just going to help to give it a little bit more of a cut look. And I'm also just going to go right at the top of my forehead with this bronze. Or with this darker shade. Just to give my whole face a little bit more definition. That is pretty much it for that. I'm going to set this with the NYX Bear With Me Multitasking Spray. I absolutely love this stuff. Prime, Set, Refresh, a multitasking spray, sensitive skin friendly, up to 8 hours. I use this stuff kind of a lot, and even having such sensitive skin, I use it to prime and prep sometimes, and it's awesome. I think it holds my makeup up a lot better, especially doing like a lot of powder. You really need something good to set with to keep it in place, and this does it. Oh, one more thing, and I'm always forgetting. I'm just going to take some of that highlight and go straight down my nose and up through here. Just a little bit right here. Yeah, that's way better. So, now for the fun part. I think I'm going to set down Harrowing first. That color right there. And I'm just going to put this all over the eyelid. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Dark Baptism, this color right here. I'm going to put that all in my crease and carve that crease out. So then I'm going to put Salem, this beautiful black color, on the outside. So I think that the Dark Baptism is just a little bit muddy with the black. So I'm going to go in with Hell on Earth and just brighten it up with all of this beautiful bright red. Oh yeah, that's way better. So we're just going to layer that all in the crease. I'm just putting this Hell on Earth around my lower lash line a bit. That Salem under my lower lash line on the other side. you can take your concealer and go in and cut the crease. We're going to pack Truth Cake onto that. So go back into Salem and blend the outer corner. Really make sure the edge of your concealer is covered. I'm going to go into this beautiful Werewolf color. If you know me, you had to have known I was going to use Werewolf for this video. Then we're going to pop this beautiful shimmery shade up top, Classes in Session. So now we are going to try this. That's the point, to do a wing. And what I'm essentially going to do is from my bottom corner, I'm going to go out kind of hard and trace around the outside. Oh, wow, this is really nice. The outside of that liner. And then I'm going to take to about where that cut crease starts. And I'm going to just bring it out. Ooh, if you have a hard time doing wings, this is going to make it so much easier for you. I'm not usually a fan of felt tip, but just because of the labeling on it that said, that's the point. It's really to make wings. Put a wing on it, artistry liner. So for the inner corner, I'm just going to draw and bring it straight out from the corner of my eye. The only thing I will say about it, while it's great for a wing and it's great for the top, the lower lash line is a little bit difficult to where you almost have to like draw it sideways. So I am going to go in with, this is just a NYX retractable eye pencil. I'm just going to smoke that lower lash line out a little bit. I'm going to go back into that Werewolf and I'm just going to highlight my brow bones as well. So absolutely love this stuff, and I will also say it was kind of nice not to have to go in and out and constantly have it dry up and you're in the middle of a line, so you have to kind of start over and have it look seamless. So I really like this stuff for that in particular. So now I'm going to go and do my lashes off camera. If you want to see my lash technique and this amazing tool, I will link that video here for you. I did my lashes and my mascara off camera, and I just think eyelashes kind of tie everything together. Now for lips. I actually swatched the two lip colors that I have from the Sabrina collection in an earlier video. So if you want to see that, I will link that here. So I had actually originally intended on using the darker one, but I actually think we're going to try both. I originally was also going with a really different color idea and ended up here instead for whatever reason. And I don't totally hate it, to be honest. But let's try both and see. Because now I think the darker one might not look as good. Yeah, I just don't think that color really matches with the red. So we're going to use that dark nude Los Angeles to top this look off. We're going to go in with that setting powder one more time. And that's it. So although this was completely different than what I intended in the beginning, I actually thought I was going to do like black and pink with that Transylvania color, which is coming. But I kind of just opened the palette, or called to certain colors, so I went with it, and I am really happy with how it turned out. I think you get a lot of colors in this, plus blush and bronzer. for 35 bucks, and actually there was a NYX sale and I had an Ulta coupon. I paid like $22 for this palette with all of these colors, 2 blushes, and a highlighter. I don't actually use blush hardly ever. I haven't used blush since I was probably like 12 years old. I put a little bit of blush in with the darker tones as I was contouring, and I am really, really happy with how my face turned out. I don't think it usually... I think it really added something is all I can say, because I'm really happy with it in general. So to complete this look, realistically, all I did, this is so easy, is I pulled pieces of my hair and twisted them slightly and then pinned them on the back of my head. And then I just have these little wispies hanging out. I have a lot of like baby hair, so that just happens naturally, but you can pull them out. My hair is also like this texture, so it's, I don't know, I love the texture of my hair. I think it's like almost kind of beachy. I love the soft waves. I feel like you can do a lot with it. And I just thought like this really simple wispy hairstyle kind of played along with the whole like very goth romantic thing I was going for. If you liked this video, I have tons more of alternative makeup videos coming. If you have any requests, I would absolutely love to know what they are. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to see everything that I post. Also, I'd love to know how you like the show. If you've tried the makeup, I'd love to know. Please comment below. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video.